Good evening, and we return to the league this week, to be precise, to the first and third divisions. We visit Ashton Gate to see if Bristol City can cheer up their supporters at the expense of Liverpool. And I can tell you there's a spectacular goal to enjoy in that match. But first we'll be showing the third division promotion battle between Grimsby and Millwall. A match with a robust, perhaps salty flavour, but nonetheless enjoyable for that. And Bob Wilson gives his views on how Wolves beat Nottingham Forest in the League Cup final.
Well, it was Andy Gray who got the goal that ended Forest's remarkable League Cup run. Another £1 million man, Kevin Reeves, gave away a penalty on his debut for Manchester City, and his new manager, Malcolm Allison, tonight accused the media of trying to get him the sack.
Well, let's go straight to Blundell Park, the home of Grimsby Town Football Club, for their match against Millwall. Grimsby have never been out of the promotion race, and Millwall, presently on the fringe, obviously saw the value of a good performance today. Your commentator, John Watson.
There's always been a special flavour about football in Grimsby. The club is 102 years old, they've played in all divisions of the Football League, and the supporters at Blundell Park include many trawlermen who bring back fish from the North Sea, and they expect their football team to be just as dedicated. And these days there's no doubt about that, as Grimsby chase promotion for the second season running. It's a tightly knit squad with an enterprising manager in George Kerr, who this week confirmed his faith in these players by resisting any last-minute transfers and naming an unchanged side. The number 9, Kevin Drinkell, has been attracting attention from the top clubs, and number 11, Bob Cumming, is the top scorer with 16 goals. And the captain, Joe Waters, made his debut for Grimsby against Millwall in 1976 and hasn't missed a match for 3.5 years. While a man making his debut today is Chris Guthrie, Millwall's £100,000 signing from Fulham on Thursday. He's been brought to add experience to Millwall's young team. Today they're without John Sitton, who is suspended, and Mel Blythe, who's injured, so Barry Kitchener returns in the defence, his 493rd league appearance for Millwall. And in attack, the partner for Guthrie is Millwall's top scorer, John Lyons, with 17 this season. Nigel Batts gets a bottle of champagne. It's the Grimsby goalkeeper's 100th league appearance for the club this afternoon. And the referee for this third division promotion match is John Lovett from Crewe. So second in the table, Grimsby get the match started wearing the striped shirts, playing from right to left, and Millwall, who've lost their last 7 away games, are in blue shirts and white shorts. And their goalkeeper, John Jackson, who's 37 years old, recently made his 600th league appearance. That's Kinsella for Millwall, number 11. Looking for Guthrie, but Wigginton is in front of him. Guthrie's presence seemed to affect the kick there of Nigel Batch. Leading by Coleman, no doubt about that, on Cumming. Up goes Drinkell, his Cumming, away by Towner. Here comes Wigginton for Grimsby. Back by Coleman, then by Moore, who brought it down nicely. Found Crombie. Drinkell. That was Mitchell, wide to Brolly. Grimsby have got people in the penalty area here. Still Brolly. Through the legs. Good play. Beautifully done and turned across by Kilmore, and in, and Drinkell goes in and didn't get the bar on the header. Referee may have seen a foot going anyway and give a free kick to Millwall. Kilmore and Drinkell were both in there, but it was some very good play out on the right by Mike Brolly, who really teased them through the legs of Kinsella. Then he took on the sweeper, pulled the ball back, and as it was played in, it was Drinkell who got the touch. Millwall manager George Petchey, second from the left as we look, with his arms folded. Terry Long, the coach, next to him. There's Tony Towner. Chatterton. Crombie for Grimsby. Seasman. Under pressure from Joe Waters. And it was Coleman. And Batch coming for this. And finds Crombie. Kilmore. Brolly. Still Mike Brolly. Wide to Cumming. And again he's been forced very tight by the attention of the fullback, Phil Coleman. Kilmore. Hefty challenge, referee waves play on, so it's Towner for Millwall to Seasman. And he saw the possibilities of tag breaking on the right, and he in turn has found Towner again. Good move by Millwall this, Guthrie on the far side, but Brolly back in defence. And now it's Drinkell for Grimsby. Looking for Kilmore. Waters have made a great run in the centre. Still Kilmore. Oh, and Waters is there, and he couldn't make it, and here comes Mitchell, and he couldn't either, and it's still free on the far side, and Kilmore puts it in for Grimsby. And really, a goal scored by Kilmore, but Waters could so easily have had it first. He made a great run on the inside, he couldn't connect properly, the ball ran loose, Mitchell had a shot, blocked, in came Kilmore, and the man with the initials KK, and where else could he come from but Scunthorpe with initials like that. Grimsby's record signing puts them in front after 21 minutes. And listen now to the crowd. George Kerr, the Grimsby manager there, with his hands between his knees, will be pleased about that goal because he threatened to drop Kilmore today and replace him with young Tony Ford. But Kilmore kept his place for his last chance and he scored the goal. Chatterton. Mitchell. These throw-ins are well worked by Grimsby. They've obviously put some time into this. Mitchell normally takes them away down the left, and here he is. Good cross too. And really, Drinkell came in there and got a powerful header on the ball and just saw it go away from the goal. Very good move work from the throw-in by Grimsby. Coming through it to Mitchell. Mitchell made ground, crossed, and in came Drinkell, and very, very close indeed. And Millwall able to bring the ball away with Kinsella. Chatterton. Seasman. Oh, Lyons. Guthrie could be away on the left. The ball was played too far ahead of him ideally. And that's Wigginton. Brolly. Waters. Brolly again. Mitchell. Good challenge by Chatterton, who made ground very well. Brolly's made the run. So too is Waters down there. Kilmore pulling away and pulling his cross in too. Coming, it's gone behind one, but there's another one in there. It was Waters, Brolly's shot. Hits his own player, Drinkell. Volley again. Oh, it's blood and thunder stuff here. A great ball by Roberts to Towner. Lyons. Crombie gets it away. Waters for Grimsby. Two to his right. One of them is Brolly. The other one is Kilmore on the ball now. Waters wants it played in. Still Kilmore. Good effort, and Jackson saves for a corner. And Kilmore, having quite a first half, came inside and drove it low. The type to really test the goalkeeper, and Jackson turned it round. Mitchell span off Guthrie, and there's all sorts of ricochets going on inside that penalty area. Millwall backs to the wall. Here's David Moore. Kevin Moore's in there. Good punch, Jackson. Fine piece of goalkeeping in a crowded penalty area. And Millwall come out with the ball. Chatterton. Towner. Oh, a nice turn to go past Crombie by Tony Towner. Couldn't get past Wigginton, and Grimsby worked so hard to cover each other. And here's Drinkell. Mitchell to Cumming. Well played, Drinkell. Wanted a bit too long, and the drag back didn't fool Chatterton. Well, they like their football fast and furious at Grimsby, and that's the sort of first half the fans have been used to this season. Plenty of action, and Kevin Kilmore, taken on one side after training yesterday by his manager and asked to really produce it now at the telling time of the season, scores an important goal. Millwall survived after that and go in at half-time just the 1 goal down. Well, this is Match of the Day's first ever visit to Blundell Park, Cleethorpes, the home of Grimsby Town, but I can assure you that our link man Jimmy Hill has been here before, because thanks to Mr. Randall, a lifelong Grimsby supporter who's brought his scrapbook to the match to show us today, we find Jimmy playing here for Fulham in the 1957-58 season against Grimsby. But I'm sorry to tell you, Jimmy, that the end of the story isn't a happy one for you, because Fulham were beaten by 3 goals to 1. Millwall, starting the second half, haven't actually won a league match here at Grimsby since their very first visit back in 1921. Today they trail 1-0, and Millwall are now playing from right to left. They were relegated last season from the second division, while Grimsby were promoted from the fourth. Moore, Kevin Moore that was, coming. Good pace. What a good run. And a corner to Grimsby in the first minute of the second half. Wigginton came in, and if you look at that corner again, you'll see just how many dummy runs, as the coaches call them, these Grimsby players make. There are 3 or 4 men waiting there on the edge of this penalty area, and they all go different ways. And finally the big man Wigginton comes in and makes contact with his head. Lyons and Guthrie waiting in the centre. Coleman. Towner again. Oh, well played. Coleman goes for the return and over comes Crombie. Very elegant player and well balanced. Drinkell picking up the mistake by Kitchener, but making one himself, only finding Guthrie. Here's Lyons. Guthrie number 9. Seasman. Brolly for Grimsby. Good tackle. The referee's given a free kick against Seasman, which is quickly taken, and here's David Moore. Oh, Drinkell's in here! Well, what a piece of finishing! 2-0 to Grimsby. David Moore played the ball in, over the head of the defender, and Drinkell just turned and hit it, and it dipped under the bar. And earlier this week, a First Division club asked George Kerr if he would sell Drinkell, and the answer then was no. and he scores the second goal today. In fact, that was Drinkell's 10th of the season. Kilmore having earlier scored his 13th. 2-0 to the home side. There's Towner. Away by Wigginton to Seasman. Coming. Towner. He's been Millwall's most promising forward, but the interception was by Wigginton. Coming. Coleman for Millwall. Towner. So the score 2-0, which is what it was at the Den earlier in the season only. On that occasion it was to Millwall, not to Grimsby. Roberts with the throw. In goes Guthrie with Kinsella. Still loose, Lyons. Good shot by Lyons on the turn, but not the power he would have liked. On by Kilmore. Oh, and coming is through. Oh, he just didn't have the composure then to add to the 16 goals he scored this season. Would you believe the top scorer really in the clear, and he lashed at it, and it went high and wide. That's Kinsella. That's Crombie. Very assured at the back for Grimsby, the number 6. Here's Brolly. Waters, David Moore. Drinkell wants it played in high and first time, and that wasn't the right ball. Seasman. Towner's made his run already, and Seasman played a fine ball there, really stretched the fullback, who did very well actually to contain it. And this is all action this match now. Mitchell. Coming. Oh, Coming went all the way, and here's a chance surely for Kilmore, and he didn't take it. He took it wide, he took it on, and he gave John Jackson, from Cummings' brilliant run, he gave John Jackson just a big enough sight of the ball. Tremendous run by Bob Cumming. He really accelerated past the fullback, took it down to the dead ball line, and he could almost take his pick who to pull it back to. Chatterton.
Without butter, like ham without eggs, like
Cantor without Randolph.
Like Cantor without Randolph. Who's Randolph?
Who's Randolph? Just a combination of Dennis Day, Kenny Baker, and Bing Crosby all rolled into one.
Kitchener. Guthrie. Brolly. David Moore. Kitchener's header out. Millwall look a little bit nervous at the back at times. It was away by Chatterton though. Out to Towner. Oh, that's good play. Really took that down beautifully. Coleman's made the run outside him. There's John Lyons leaving it for Guthrie. Nice work, and Lyons goes in, and what about that by Crombie? That was masterly defensive play. Dino, the crowd are chanting, which is Crombie's nickname. Here's Towner. Chatterton looking for Guthrie coming in, and that's where he's dangerous. Ball's played in like that in the area, win those. Really a very, very interesting game. Brolly. Kilmore. David Moore. Waters. Still Waters. Tries to find Drinkell. There he is, here's Drinkell. David Moore again. Brolly. today. That ball was knocked in by Brolly, and it was a teaser. It really tempted the goalkeeper and the defenders. And Cumming came in as the furthest man away and got his header in, and it dropped just over. Still 2-0 then to Grimsby Town. Brolly. Town now, that's another very good piece of play by him. And out on the right is Chris Guthrie. In the centre is Lyons, being joined by Chatterton. And that is Lyons. And a full left attempt by Chatterton. And somehow they kept the ball out. Back to the defender. It's a brilliant try, that. Chatterton, in fact, is still feeling the effects of it. He's down on the floor. Guthrie out on the right, the long cross. Lyons came in for the header. And as it came back to Chatterton, he threw himself at it and got injured in the process as Grimsby scrambled the ball away. But that was a really good swinging move by Millwall. The ball played right across, and perhaps it deserved a goal. Cumming. Well, he was trying the clever stuff, and Coleman, I don't think, intended to make him fall quite as heavily as that. Coleman being spoken to, but he really got sold a dummy there by the quick thinking of Cumming, who paid for his own effrontery. And as he makes his way gingerly off the field, Tony Ford replaces him. Now, Ford scored twice on Match of the Day last season when we covered Grimsby's match at Portsmouth, you may remember. Crombie takes the kick. Up goes Drinkell. And that's Ford's first touch! Talk about a storybook start, it nearly was. What a good save by John Jackson. Ford just struck it on the volley, and Jackson, hurling himself to his left, turned it round. Left it for Wigginton. Crombie. Oh, Brolly is the target. And tightly stretched, and he gave the ball to Brolly, and Kinsella ultimately gave it to Jackson. And the roar goes up at Blundell Park as Grimsby Town sustain their promotion bid. It was a good competitive match, but George Kerr's team really do smother the opposition in home games and get on top, and that's the way they stayed. The crowd played their part too, hence the way the players are applauding their supporters. Nearly 11,000 people inside here, and Grimsby win with a goal in each half. Kilmore and Drinkell the scorers. Millwall competed well, but Grimsby were just too strong for them. And anybody who's got any doubts about the standard of entertainment in the third division should have been here today, because it was an enjoyable match in every sense, and it was rightly won by Grimsby Town.
Well, that's the second time I've seen Grimsby this season, and I must say, I think they'll be promoted. They're a well-balanced, entertaining side, and were far too good for Millwall on the day. And as such, were a credit to their manager, who most probably is a new face to many of you, George Kerr.
Well, George, top of the league again tonight. What's your assessment of that performance and of your promotion prospects now?
Well, it was obviously a better performance than what we've had in the last 2 weeks. You know, we've had results in the last 2 weeks, but today we got a good result and we played a bit of stuff, and that's pleased me no end.
Two individuals to mention there, among others, Kevin Kilmore, who I think it's fair to say you thought about leaving out today, but he responded with a goal.
Yeah, well, he was left in no doubt about that. And he's a boy who will always score goals. A boy with a lot of talent, but he's not fulfilled his potential yet. But he did it today. He showed some stuff, and he got his goal. His record actually in goal scoring is tremendous, really, for a young lad. And he's now got to come out now and really get in amongst better players and express himself. And hopefully he'll be a first division player one day.
Now, at £60,000, he's this club's record buy, and your team only cost, I think, a total of £110,000. Yet this week in the third division, I think one player changed hands for, what, £150,000, Bonnyman.
Yeah.
So what about the economics of football at this level?
Well, the economics are, if you can't afford to buy them, then you don't buy them. You get on with what you've got and make the best of it. And at this club, we've got a bit of money, but we don't throw it about wildly. We've got a good side, and we'll improve it when we can, when we want to. But we won't be panicked into buying players at extortionate prices. It's as simple as that, really.
It's an interesting club, this, really, isn't it? Because, I mean, you get telegrams from people out in the North Sea and all sorts of things at Grimsby, don't you?
They're a fanatical footballing side. We've had just over 10,000 today. But really, people have... There's one chap actually come back from Australia today just to watch the last 10 matches of the season. That's a pretty expensive fare. But he's had his money's worth, and I'm sure he'll be delighted with it.
And the style of football that you play, the crowd seem to respond to. They like the fast and furious stuff, don't they?
Well, you know, we play as we are. We're a third division side, and people at Grimsby, in the North Sea is just across the road, as you know, and they don't want to come here and be bored. So we provide them with a bit of excitement, and they've kept coming.
And top of the league tonight, 10 games to go.
Yes, that's right, yeah. It can't be bad, can it?
So that win, as George said, takes Grimsby back to the top of the third division, 1 point ahead of Sheffield Wednesday, who extended their unbeaten run to 10 matches with a 1-1 draw at Mansfield. Sheffield United moved up 1 place with their 1-0 win over Rotherham, and those were the only 3 teams in the top 6 to play today.
Well, now for our visit to Ashton Gate, not perhaps the happiest place at the moment, faced with the threat of second division football next season. But while there's life, there's hope, and their second highest crowd of the season, 28,000 people, turned out to see the visit of the champions and leaders, Liverpool. Your commentator is David Coleman.
These two teams